What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing out there? Got Arnie, and I'm trying to stay dry. I got a little bit of water still standing here in the garage after the storms we had last night. I was just telling Arnie, everybody knows I go to sleep with music playing on the TV. All of a sudden, got that, blaring noise. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for.
Hey,
I want to go back to sleep. About 20 minutes later, it goes off again. And about 30 minutes after that, boom, here comes the damn thunder. Hey, Randy. But first, I got up this morning, and it was still raining. So I had to, kind of watch how I stepped and watch out for all the dogs and everything. There's dancing.
Hi, Randy. Hi, dancing.
Yeah. And watch out for all the dogs because I had a bunch of poodles out here. All right, hang on. So what is that you're showing?
The table.
All right, hang on. So what is that you're showing?
Whoops. Dumb phone. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the table I got happened to be a freebie from a rummage sale.
Hey, there's Billy. Hey, and it's a 24-inch, not 23. How's everything going out there in the great state of Hawaii?
Hi, Billy.
Hey, cool gamer.
Hey, cool gamer.
Hey, there's Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Oh. Hey, Randy, you need to get you a video camera. That way you can be able to record that and be able to put it out there. It's like, what a boring night in the trailer park. Oh. Yeah, well, Billy, hey, the one thing about out there in Hawaii is you don't have to worry about one thing in particular: snow and ice. Unless you're getting it in a cup. I mean, hey, you can get your cell phone out. That's got a camera on it. Just hold it. Hey, nothing major. It's like, yeah, just get your phone out and start recording. Like, hey, we don't have anything exciting happening tonight. It's SSDD, same stuff, different day. Yeah, and I had planned on doing some more workout in the backyard behind the truck, but Mother Nature put a big damper on that.
Yeah.
And dancing, as far as like what you said, the problem with that is I got so much stuff in the back of the truck. The truck's actually up in the air right now. And then on top of that, I'd have to get that cherry picker to be able to get it turned around. That thing is not easy to roll around on the dirt. That thing, it's got wheels made for concrete floor, not mud. I will put like this. I do have a doctor's appointment in the morning with my primary care doctor. Called them today, and they said, yeah, we'll get you in at 8:15 in the morning. Okay, fine. I could have done it at 3:15 in the afternoon, but no, because what I'm wanting to do is get in and have him refer me, have him take a look at my hand, tell him what's going on, and have him refer me to a different orthopedic surgeon and get an opinion from him as far as what's going on with my hand.
Yeah.
Because after almost 3 months, the swelling should not be there. And hey, Robert.
Hi, Robin.
And like I said, my finger should not be hurting right there at that joint where it got cut by the saw. And on top of that, my finger should not be curving off to the side. So, and Jeremy and Rudy were both going, yeah, you need to have another doctor look at it. And thank goodness I still have about 3.5 weeks of FMLA that if need be I can use. So, like I said, going to see my primary doctor in the morning and have him refer me to a different orthopedic surgeon. See how that goes.
Yeah.
I told him, I told both Rudy and Jeremy about it, and Jeremy's going good. Maybe they can figure out what the hell's going on as far as what's wrong with it. Yeah. Yeah, Robert, that's a bunch of BS in my, opinion. I mean, I'm trying to get the place cleaned up and everything, but like I said, I cut those tree limbs. I can't, I don't have a way of getting rid of them all at one time. So I was just putting them on top of the trailer along with a few other things and then getting them cut down. And I've done the video showing, hey, I'm cutting them down, putting them in the trash can to get rid of them. Oh, I'm not getting it done fast enough. That's the problem, is I'm not getting this up done fast enough for them. Hell, they came over and they did some yard work for me over a year ago. Okay, that was when I was out of work and didn't have a way of doing it. It took 3 guys almost 4 hours to get it all done. Hey there, board. How you doing? So if it took 3 guys 4 hours to do everything, how long do you think it would have taken me to get it all done by myself? Especially since I didn't have a truck and a trailer to be able to haul everything off with.
Couple weeks to a month, maybe.
Maybe a couple of weeks, yeah. I mean, I appreciate them coming over and doing it, but there was no way I could do it all by myself. A lot of the stuff I can't do by myself I don't have enough time of the day. And like I said, I finally, got, all the big stuff off the trailer. I mean, got a bunch of little stuff, which is what I'm getting right now. So I'm just going in there, raking it up, and a lot of it's, dirt that, or leaves and everything that, turned to dirt and everything, or whatever. And then all the damn pecans have fallen off, because that's 2 huge pecan trees. Then all the little limbs that have fallen on there. Like I said, then everything out behind the truck, I've just about got cleared out of the way. That includes getting both of those Predator 670s moved. And I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Well, I know what I want to do with them. I just got to have get the funds and everything to do it with.
Yeah.
Of course, right now I've got a problem with my wood chipper because it's been sitting. I can't get it to, start up because I don't have the strength in the hand to be able to pull the cord hard enough to get it to spin over fast enough to start. Of course, now one thing I was looking at was like, but that might be an idea, but the only problem is it won't work. I don't think totally. I'd have to figure out how to get it done. Yeah, no, I gotta. Man, Heartbreak's doing a parking lot sale right now, and it's like, yeah, there's something that they've got I want to see about, but let me um. Where is that one? What's that one? Oh yeah, there it is. That screen. Because the one thing I was thinking about is, oh, get something like this. Take that 212 off of there. Hey, I could put this 420 on there because it's a electric start. I definitely would have no problem to have make sure I got a strong enough battery and everything. Hey, to sit there and let it turn over. The only problem is the output shaft on that is a lot bigger. Yeah, you ain't kidding about that. I got woke up by it this morning. All the damn times, the damn National Weather Center decided to do the warning about 2 or 3 times, and then all of a sudden the damn thunder. Now, I put like this: if I could do it, I could always put one of my Predator 670s on that wood chipper. I think I have no problem running it. Can you imagine that thing being on a wood chipper? Ooh! I'd have to redo the muffler on it, I think. Well, I mean, I do know that they do have a Predator 212s that you can modify to be electric start. Um, yeah, I know I could. I could very much do that. But one thing I was looking at, I don't know for sure if it would be worth it or not. I need to talk to someone to see what they have to say. As far as on dealing with my truck, because I crawled underneath it and I didn't see any wires or anything loose. But that's the thing I was looking at maybe getting $400, but it's a diagnostic scanner, and it will do transmission. So I'm going, should I get it, spend the money, and see if it can figure out why it's not wanting to shift from first into second? Like I said, I've crawled underneath there. I've checked all the damn wires going into it. Unless there's a sensor that's on that transmission, it's a 46RE. Like I said, I know the speedometer is working fine. I know I've got another one that goes into the tail shaft of the transmission, but it's not the speedometer. I mean, I had no idea what else there could be that keep that thing from wanting to shift from first into second. That's why I'm thinking, maybe go get something like that instead of, taking it to, because I know if I take it to a shop, it's probably going to cost me more than what this scanner would do. And this scanner might be able to tell me exactly what the hell's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But my only problem is I've never used one. And so I don't know if it'd be worth it or not. That's my only problem. I need to be able to talk to someone that knows about transmissions and about those scanners and everything. And basically scratch a few brain cells they got left and see what they have to say. Because what happened was going down, this was about 8 years ago. I was going down 45, going down to Texas Renaissance Festival. I'm drinking coffee, my second cup. Anyways, we got going.
I'm on cherries.
Crystal's got, I use sugar and cream. I put sugar in there, and then the creamer is the, hey, Mr. Bill Beckett, is
Bill.
the Great Value Italian Sweet Cream. I'll either do that or French vanilla. But the other one I like is it only comes. Walmart only carries it once a year. That's usually in November, and that's the peppermint mocha. That comes out. Oh yeah, better believe I'm going to go and buy that.
Yeah, stock up on it.
Yeah. Well, Bill, if that's the way you like it, drink it that way. I don't.
And I don't drink any of it.
Yeah.
Never did care for coffee.
My parents drank it growing up, so that's how I got to liking it.
Yeah. Of course, I found a free can of beer in Walmart's parking lot yesterday. Picked it up, no holes or nothing, still closed.
I'm being paged. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I picked up this can, brought it home. Yeah, I figured I'll clean it off, and I have it sitting in the fridge now. So
I had to go get my dinner. It was being somewhat delivered.
yeah. So I figure someday I'll make beer battered chicken or beer battered fish.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh no! Starbucks is overpriced, overvalued, and overhyped. I mean, right now I'm hearing, at work and everything, I got my earphones on, and I listen to iHeartRadio. Well, they got the ads and everything. I'm constantly hearing commercials for Starbucks talking about their new energy drinks. But the one thing that, if you listen to it, it's like, do you think we're really that damn stupid? They go, oh, it's all natural plant caffeine. I'm going, hold it. We get caffeine from plants. Coffee's got caffeine in it. Tea's got caffeine in it. Where else are you gonna get caffeine from? But a plant. I don't think they can artificially make it. I mean, the only thing I can think of is the caffeine they take out of coffee and tea. They're probably using it in that. All right, I'm gonna drop my camera down that way I can eat real quick. The way y'all are seeing me.
No, I don't drink any of that, Robert, but someday I think I'll make fish beer battered chicken or fish with it.
What kind was it?
Yeah, it wasn't our own kind Miller. It was an off brand. It was made in Michigan.
Ah,
It's got a fish print like printed on the can.
all right. Yeah, and Robert. Yeah, drinking in the heat of the day with beer, that actually makes you dehydrate more. Yeah, on a hot day, no. Well, yeah, Robert. I mean, all we got to do is just know when Arnie's gonna be cooking. Y'all head up his way. Oh, real quick before I forget, one of the videos I was watching before starting this is that, did y'all hear who the Houston Texans signed today at a good deal?
No.
Mimi. Hey, Roadrunner.
Hey, Roadrunner.
Nick Chubb of the Cleveland Browns. We've got Joe Mixon from the Bengals, and now we're going to have Nick Chubb from the Browns. Oh, boy, that's going to be one hell of a 1-2 punch in the backfield. And the interesting thing about it is that he was offered more money from other teams out there. He turned them down. He signed with the Texans for less money. That means he sees something that's going to happen in Houston that no one else is seeing.
Yeah.
Of course, they're already saying that, Houston's going to be having, should be third year in a row AFC South champs. Oh, that's what I was going to ask. No bingo tonight?
No.
You're not feeling good?
No.
I was kind of wondering because I didn't get any kind of notification on that. It's like, all right, If I don't get notification on it, that means she didn't have bingo. That means Arnie's not going to be stuck over there doing the whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow night bingo. That's what she said in her post.
Ah. Yeah, when she does hers on Monday, it doesn't give me enough time to be able to watch a lot of it by the time she starts. There
Yeah.
might be, one or two games she'll play before I got to bug out.
Yeah.
There's Crystal. But,
Hi, Crystal.
yeah, that's, like I said, that's the one thing in that one video I saw before going live was, oh, damn, we're going to have one hell of a backfield in the, with running backs. That would be something if Houston decides to have Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb in there on the same play, and one is a blocker for the other.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Chris and I, we were kind of, after I got out of the shower.
Oh, shoot.
No, we weren't doing that, Arnie. We were not straining ourselves that bad.
Just picking up stuff that fell on the floor.
Hey, is anybody getting the Richter scale moving up there in the north? And do not call the news department about a natural gas explosion. Now we're watching. There's one channel I like watching called Bearded Viking. The Woodwork, something like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched him?
I haven't heard of the channel before.
Guy's name is Daniel, and I mean the way he does everything, he does not use a lot of. No, I'm not. Mine are silent but deadly. But no, we were watching one of his videos, and he was showing how to make 3 different candle holders. And one of them, he goes, you sell it for $20, you can make it in 5 minutes. Another one, you sell it for, what was it, $60, you make it in 15 minutes. Another one, you sell it for $100, and then, but you make it takes an hour. All right, well, I'll have to see. There's a lot of them out there, Randy. But the one that Crystal liked was the one that he made in 15 minutes. And it's a 4-tier style candle holder. Like, that'd be neat. What she's going to do, she wants me to do is see about making them. And, all right, that'll work. But she's gonna find out if I get some of them made, because once a month, the yarn group to the church, they have a table set up. She's gonna find out if it'd be okay if she comes in, brings them up there and tries to sell them.
Yeah, I also sent you a picture on Messenger on something you could make.
All right, and what's the one thing that wound up making that we actually talked about buying not that long ago?
There's half a dozen things, sweetie. I have no idea.
How about the water and food bowl for dogs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bill, it's the $60 4-tier candle holder.
He had a brain fart, so I put it in chat.
I said $60, but he makes it 15 minutes.
Yeah, but it took you a minute to remember how much it was. Well, I can't help that your 60-year-old brain doesn't remember stuff.
Yeah, it knows.
Really?
Yeah, really. I mean, there's times I've told you about something and you've forgotten about it.
And I've totally, completely admitted. My 46-year-old brain has said, no.
Yeah, but it was 45 at the time.
Nothing, Robert. I've just been working on hats, trying to get rid of yarn. I ordered some yarn about 2 weeks ago, and now I have to go to the post office if I don't get the third package tomorrow and hunt somebody down because they don't answer phones.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be mean. I'm going to walk in and say, yeah, I need the manager in charge because you ain't, unless you're that person, it's above your pay grade. And there's one down there I think is a total and complete idiot.
There's a lot of people that work for the post office that are that way.
Yeah, and she's also rude as hell too. Pardon my language. That's why I don't like going down there.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about at ours. I'm talking about all over the country.
Well, yeah, there are some days I think that's the default setting on people's postal workers' brains is not there.
Yeah.
What did you do, Randy?
I think I went for another ride in the Mustang.
Oh, cool. You guys are going to have to listen to squeaking for a minute because I'm going to get another hat set up. I'm not going to run it, but I'm going to get about a few rounds put on. And since I run 140 rounds.
He's talking about the neighbor fighting. I told him what he needs to do is take your cell phone out, start recording it. That way he posts on it. Just another boring day in the trailer park.
Yeah.
And he said one girl was drunk and broke the window on the trailer.
Well, I hope when they sober up that she realizes she's going to have to come out of pocket for that.
Yeah, well, you're probably going to sober up in the county hotel.
It depends on if they were called and showed up.
I think Randy said they were.
Yeah.
So, so basically,
yep.
Got some fancy silver jewelry, wrist jewelry.
Yep.
And I had something exciting earlier just before Mater went live.
Get on your mom, Randy. What did you do, Arnie?
Yeah, I was just sitting out here like now, and I get a phone call, and the number looked familiar, like a doctor.
So you
But
answered.
yeah, so I answered it. Turned out to be a PCH scammer. Then I told this scammer, "Your voice sure sounds familiar. I just heard it on YouTube." And he's like, "You, me?" And I told him, "Yeah, you, definitely. You're on YouTube." Because other people had recorded it.
Oh,
And then I described what he does and then how he scams people. Man, was he like PO'd.
yep. Well,
He was wearing a blue streak and everything because I revealed his secret.
well. Yeah, the cops probably went and told him, hey, y'all tone it down because if we get another call, everybody's going to jail.
Well, he's saying that they didn't take her because the girl ran away.
I know, but what normally happens, unless one of them's idiot enough to take a swing at the cops, they'll show up, talk to the most sober person there is, and say, listen, we get another phone call coming out here. We're bringing a van and everybody's getting loaded up. But I found out this navy blue yarn, I can almost get 5 hats out of. I run 140 rows per hat. Hey, barbecue. And I was 10 rows short to make the 5th hat.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Well, maybe you need to start doing them at 135 rows.
I had a total of 5 balls of this. Forget it. I want to go on. I'm doing 140 and back. Because I'm just adding the ball on once I'm done. So. And I'm on ball 2. Yeah. I had somebody tell me, hey, call me and say, we're shutting off your electricity. Really? What's my account number? They go, what? If you are shutting off my electricity, you give me the last 5 digits on my account number.
Randy, you might, okay, an air pistol, that's not required to have a concealed license.
No, get a paintball gun.
Yeah. Get you a paintball gun and get the empty paintballs and everything. Fill it up with the paint, but also add in a little bit of tear gas.
No.
Oh,
You don't do that. What you do is you fill it up with paint thinner and you aim for the side of the trailer.
I got a better idea. Go milk a skunk to fill it up.
Yeah, no. I'm not going there. You could fill it up with paint and some bad smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put them in the freezer, but hey, Steven.
Hey, there's someone we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, it's called summer.
I thought he fell off the side of the earth.
No, it's called summertime and school vacation. Yeah. Little man's probably has got to be out of school now.
Yeah.
I like barbecue's suggestion. Put them in the freezer. That way, when they hit a lot harder.
No, not gasoline, because that's flammable, and you don't want to get accused of trying to start a fire.
Yeah, trying to be an arson.
No.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Get something that, like Crystal was even saying, get something that smells bad. Well, hey, there's something, Randy, I know you're going to have. Everybody's got. that you could use, and that's probably about a week old collection of urine.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I missed that last one.
Urine, piss.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Barbecue with
same-
them thawing, that's a good thing because when they hit that outer shell, it's going to come off, and when they thaw, they're going to have a puddle. Yeah, you can do bleach.
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
That'll work, Steven.
What is that?
Bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Randy was saying.
Yeah.
Uh,
But what I was saying is the fact is if you get urine that is about a week old, it really has a bad smell, and especially with the ammonia.
yeah. Well, you can just go buy ammonia.
Yeah, but that's a little bit stronger.
And
And-
you just make sure you go out back and it's a well ventilated area when you fill the paintballs.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying, do it with week old urine. Just get a jar, fill it up, and let it sit outside in the sun for about a week. That way,
Yeah, if you're going to do that, eggs, raw eggs.
nah.
Cat pee is the worst.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I think you're gonna be able to get that from a cat. No, I wouldn't.
no,
No.
that's alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
No, actually, that wouldn't stink because I've smelled 5 and 10-year-old vodka. It gets raw. It does get a little whiffy, but by the time you go to drink it, you don't care.
Yeah. And sometimes you definitely want a 5 or 10-year-old vodka.
Yeah.
And those things have been sitting in the barrels too.
Yep. Well, you could you don't want to do alcohol unless you're going to do rubbing alcohol.
Yeah. But still, even something like that, that's still flammable liquid.
Yeah.
And no.
Do
The bad thing about with any kind of alcohol is the fact is that once it ignites and everything, if it's daytime, you can't see it burning.
Yep.
The only way you're going to see it is at nighttime or with lights out.
Yep. What you could do is you could fill some with baking powder and some with vinegar, and you mix your paintball holder. So you're firing whatever one you're firing, and you set off little mini.
Well, I mean, they do have the double-sided style paintballs where you can have, say, 2 colors. So one side the baking soda, the other side vinegar. That way, when it hits, they combine right then and there.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Randy, you're a bad influence on us talking about all this stuff now.
What do you mean? I was talking about this to my brother 10, 15 years ago when paintballs, however long it was paintball.
He's the one that was talking about, in case his neighbors decide to start doing that again, he can have fun with them.
And that's fine.
He's a bad influence on us. Yeah, you can do that. That would be bad.
Yeah, you just have to be really careful because bleach and ammonia make chlorine gas.
Yeah.
And that is deadly.
Yeah.
No, you don't want it to kill them because then you can go up on charges.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Randy, I don't think you do too good in jail.
Bad enough I had a worker that was doing that.
Oh man.
I was wondering why I was getting headaches and not feeling right because they were mixing bleach with all kinds of other stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's
No.
not good.
You use straight bleach and vinegar. Those are you can combine, but basically bleach and anything else you do not do.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, hell, even in the movie Red 2, yeah, bleach and the stuff, the powder and everything they use for cleaning your sewer drain. Yeah, that don't mix.
Yeah, exactly, Stephen. I learned the bleach and ammonia from MacGyver.
Yeah.
He
Now,
was
I learned how to fix a radiator that's got holes in it with an egg on my guy.
Yeah. Well, he was trapped in a building. Cool. Industrial size 5-gallon buckets of bleach and ammonia. He backed up against a wall under a window and he lit a match. Blew him out the window.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Yep. And it took him months to remember who the heck he was.
Yeah.
Exactly, barbecue. But what I'm talking about is just stuff that literally you can go in the kitchen and get.
Yep. Oh, what was that one thing I saw on, just remind me on Facebook? It was saying, okay, we're going to make some things with common ingredients. So first thing you're going to want to do is grab your yak butter. Going, who in the hell has yak butter in the fridge? As a common ingredient.
Well, a yak is a kind of cow. It's just not from where we are.
No, but I mean, they were listing off several different things. I looked at it, I'm going, who in the hell has this stuff sitting in their fridge? Not me. I don't even think.
I was watching one. It was a recipe. Okay, we have vampire deterrent, organic tear gas, Italian grandma pasta, Italian grandma sauce, garlic, onions, and tomato sauce, or Italian grandma water. That was it. It was.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, and one of them was one cow finally browned. And it's just the way they were putting the different stuff in there. It's like, okay, I'm laughing. I am so laughing. Oh yeah, I would get about half a tub, then set that outstairs. He's till 8 o'clock, Robert. Yeah, get about half a tub of sour cream, cottage cheese, or milk, and set it outside and let it, where you've got enough room in the container for it to gas, and you let it expand and go bad. And then you take the liquid from when it's separated. And then you can put that in the paintballs.
Hey, Robert, you're fine. I don't mind you hanging out.
I left cottage cheese out for a couple days. I forgot. I just simply forgot to put it away. Not deliberately. I just forgot about it.
Yeah. But you notice when you open up cottage cheese, there is milk. There's a little bit of, you can see liquid in it. That's actually milk.
Yeah.
So you can let that go bad. Because what cottage cheese is when you make buttermilk, that's part of what separates.
Yeah, I had sitting on the corner of the table here, and I left for church, and those that was still sitting out, I figured I'll put away later, and still
Later never showed up.
yeah, still forgot about it.
That's fine. Ernie ain't the only one, Bill. I know I cannot wait till next Saturday. I am disappearing for the weekend. Poor Mater's going to be left by himself.
Yeah, I'm gonna be totally unsupervised.
Uh-huh. So which credit card of yours do I get to take with me?
None.
Not even for gas in Oklahoma?
We can still talk about that. I mean, we'll discuss that.
Yeah, I know.
Come on down, Randy. I know that's one thing I was, talking about in my video, talking about the backyard and everything. I hate, saying it, but the fact is that, I'm trying, like I was saying earlier, last year, the city, had 3 guys come over to do some brush work and everything. It was 3 of them, and it took them 4 hours. Okay?
Yeah.
And like Arnie was agreeing earlier, it'd probably take me at least 2, maybe 3 weeks to get all that done by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I keep hearing people saying, well, you should do this, you should do that. Well, I don't see you coming over to volunteer your time to help.
Oh, yeah. Facebook is a wonderful thing, but then again, people get their head up their butts and tell you how to live your life.
Yeah. But like I said, it's the fact is that, I keep having people will leave a comment on the video says, well, you should do this. I mean, I even had that attorney that Crystal knows from the church. And he's basically, well, he needs to do all, are you going to come over and help? Because in fact, he doesn't know about everything, all 3 surgeries I've had to go through in March. And I've just barely been able to get back to where I can do, I don't even have full function yet.
Exactly, Randy. When Mater can end up in the hospital and he knows how to work with power tools, and I don't know if you do, what your experience is with stuff. Yeah, no.
I know better, but I was impatient. Okay. Hey, at least I didn't do like the other guy.
What was that?
Where he was using a circular saw, and somehow it had his left hand here is running a circular saw. It somehow jumped, skip, right to the back of his hand, and a lot more damage than what I had. And it went from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Nah, you wouldn't even catch me even using one of those, Robert.
What?
An easy bake oven.
Oh no. I'm sorry. My version of the easy bake oven was the one that sat in the middle of the kitchen floor. I didn't have the toy. I started out with the real deal.
Yeah. Well, if I want to, my version of an easy bake oven is by Coleman. It's the thing that sits on top of a 2-burner stove.
I thought your version was called Pizza Hut.
No. To me, easy bake oven is called any soup place.
It's a toy. That's all it is to me.
I mean, I will admit that I do have a, it's a it is propane. It's a 2-burner propane stove. But the weird thing about it is it actually has a oven that you can put a 13x9 pan inside of. Actually, 2 of them. Hey, no problem, barbecue.
Have fun, barbecue.
Bye, barbecue.
But I don't know if they still. Yes, Arnie? It's his mouse.
Exactly, Stephen. I started cooking at 8, so if I could see the stovetop, I started cooking.
I know they still carry it.
And besides, right now, the Easy Bake Oven is girlified to the point that I'm just like, ew. The last one I saw was pink.
Doesn't that just have like a light bulb in it that
Yeah.
does the cooking?
Mm-hmm. And you get like a 2 or 3 inch round pan.
Temperatures to raise tomorrow. Oh.
They may not carry it anymore.
Shocker.
Well, I know they do.
I'm sure Amazon probably would have it.
Yeah, Amazon's got it, but I got this one off of Finger Hut. I remember who it was that made it. I know one thing, it definitely was not cheap, especially coming off Finger Hut.
Yeah, they're not cheap, period.
It was like $500. But I've got it, and like I said, it's
Yeah, but here's the thing, honey. You have to go find it.
no, I know where it's at.
Oh, good, Robert.
It's up there in the attic right now.
Stephen, I didn't bother helping my grandparents. They literally were standing here. Get up on that chair, and you're watching me. I got about 5 recipes, and then I was cooking, mainly from my mother's mother, because my dad's grandmother, I don't know how she did it, but she burnt water.
Yeah.
No, literally, there was brand new pot water. We just pulled it out of the sink, put it on the stove, and it started burning. There was flames.
How can you burn water?
She never could explain that. I asked my dad about it a couple of years later. He said, just shut up and don't mention that. Okay.
All right, I'm actually over here looking on Scamazon. See if I can find it. Like I said, I don't remember who does it makes it. Like I said, it's up there in the attic. I mean, it's decent size. I mean, I like it. I've used it a few times. Because I thought that was going to be the easiest way, just using the propane instead of the white gas and everything. No. Because that one there, you could actually use one of the bigger, like your barbecue grill style tanks with it. Oh, will you hurry up and get killed, damn it?
My father's parents were the strict farmers. You got up at 3 a.m. to start the chores so you could be out of the house by 6. And my mother's father, he was a crusty old bachelor that he had served in World War II, lost a leg. He was a truck driver, and I smelled Jack Daniels and Prince Albert pipe tobacco. I'm immediately transported back to before 9 years old because that's what he smelled like. My mother's mother, she is where my daughter got her middle name. And unfortunately, she had stepped on a needle that got into her bloodstream.
Oh.
Yes, so she was amputated from the knee down on one leg. Yeah, but I mean, she lived a full life, had 7 kids total. I got to deal with 6 of them. One of them died in Vietnam, so I never met him. And it was
Mistake. But that's it right there. But see how it's got the 2 burner? You got the 2 burners up on top. Now. But it's got the 2 burners up on top, and it's got the little oven down below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Yeah, $315 from Scamazon. That's not bad, really, from them.
That's almost like a regular stove, almost.
Yeah, but like I said, it runs off propane, and you can get the adapter to hook it up to a like a barbecue grill tank. So instead of using the little 1-pounders that don't last long, you can get up to one.
Night, Randy.
All right, have a good night, Randy.
Bye, Randy.
Like I said, get that bigger one, and yeah, 20-pound propane tank. Yeah, hook it up. Hey, you're gonna be good to go for a while.
Yeah.
But like I said, that one there, like I said, you can. It's got 2. You can put a couple of 9x13 pans inside of it.
No, not really, Stephen, but it's small and for travel, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does use. I do know that the first night that I wound up using it, I went through one small bottle of propane. I know that, and I used it, when I was down there at TRF. Now, I did have my little, different time. One night, I went through 3 bottles of propane just trying to keep the inside of the tent warm. And the only reason I know I went through that many because twice I wound up waking up cold and looked over. Oh, flame out. Go hook up another bottle. And I only had 4 bottles with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that, Robert. I've seen about 5 or 6 different videos, people showing how to do that. Why not just take the damn 20-pound bottle with you and use that? I've never watched any of them, so I never got into King of the Hill.
Nah.
Nope. But now, the main reason why I do like the Coleman stoves and lanterns is the fact is that you're using, it's white gas, or it's basically gasoline with all the extra stuff added into it, the anti-knock and the higher octane stuff, all those chemicals they put in there. The white gas is all that gasoline with all that stuff stripped out. And like I said, Frank from Old Town Coleman, he's already proven you can run a lantern or a stove on gasoline, no problem. And some of the fact is, if you look at the new ones they got out that are in gray, it says multi-fuel or dual fuel. Coleman, you can run the white gas or you can run gasoline in it. Yeah. Robert, where I used to work at doing spray painting, we had 2 forklifts and both of them were propane. It's like, yeah, we know when we got to go and get them filled up. We had the little light and everything come on. It's like, okay, we got a little bit longer to run this thing. Matter of fact, Stephen was taking one of the forklifts out one time to change out the tank on it. He got out the back door, and that's as far as he got. So, yeah, he ran that thing longer than what he should have, and it died.
Poor baby.
So he had to get the key, unlock the cage, pull the tank out, go put it on, then take the empty, put it back in the cage, then get that locked up, and then take the key back inside. Then go get the forklift and take that inside. The one thing we hated was having to change out the tank when it was raining.
Oh.
Yeah. We didn't change it outside. It's like, we unhooked everything on the inside and got the key, went out there, grabbed the new tank, put the empty one in there, and locked the cage back up, came back inside.
Yep. Been there, done that.
aluminum tanks, even though they are empty, but that thing still weigh quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I had to move the propane tanks whenever someone, I want to buy new exchange tanks. Get it outside the door, and I'll be out there as soon as possible. Because I can't count the number of people that would bring their empty tanks in the store and set it down and expect us to deal with it then. You don't have propane tanks inside a store.
Nope.
I had one guy said, I'll just leave it here. I said, you leave it there and you will not buy one from me. I said, I will have no problem denying a sale and calling the cops and having them remove flammable material, because you could easily blow up the store with me in it. No, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, there's still, boom, baby. Yeah, I'm going to say there's still trace amounts of propane in one that is empty. You still got a little bit.
Hi, Brian.
There's a hard-working guy right there.
Yeah, he's definitely hardworking. He puts up with you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just wondering, is it August yet? I can't wait till August.
Unfortunately, not yet.
Oh, you did it in the coolest part of the day, huh, Bryce? Oh, and by the way, sweetie, do you still have the Coke bottle from yesterday?
Yeah, I've got mine. I don't know if I have. I don't know where yours is at.
Mine's sitting here in my trash can empty. I'm talking about yours.
Yeah, it's in the bedroom.
Can you grab it and read me the name that's on it?
Oh, do I have to be that nice?
Please.
Oh, yeah.
Ow, 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 ow.
Exactly.
Ow.
I don't think Crystal realized it.
I hate these foil packs.
Sorry, I dropped it.
Don't open it.
What? Oh, no, it's empty. I finished it off yesterday.
Oh. What name?
You asked if I had the bottle.
Yeah, I was going to say, what name is on it?
Yeah, it does look kind of like Bryce.
Yep. So I picked up Bryce at Murphy's yesterday.
There you go.
Yep, so Bryce, you went riding with us yesterday.
Sorry, man. You got dropped in. See. Yeah, I went to my group. I knew a Haley, and I knew a Rosa. Couldn't find my name. It's like, okay, fine.
You know what we could do? We could cut the label and everything off that bottle, stick it in a regular envelope, and can mail it out there and do it.
When you cut it off, I have no problem mailing it to him.
Yeah. I believe I still got his address somewhere around here.
Hey, Bryce.
Well, that thing you ordered him off the coil?
Yeah.
I think. Did you order that off Amazon or eBay?
Off Amazon.
Okay, I can go in and find it from there.
Yeah.
That's if Bryce doesn't mind me knowing his address. I mean, I don't do that stuff without their permission. Which,
That'll work, Bryce.
well, if he is,
I was gonna say I know you sent it to me before. That way I know where to be able to send the coil and everything.
yeah, but you sent it through Amazon, so I can
Right.
go in there and get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that way he can do a mail call. And since he says he's never been able to find his own name, he's not going to have it.
Well, and he can put it up on the wall.
Yep. Yeah, Bryce, I had a feeling you'd like that. I saw that and said, yep, I got to grab Bryce.
Yeah, I have a hard time finding mine.
I can't even find mine.
Oh, normally, now that I'm with you, I can't find it. But, I mean, before, I could find Michael all over the place. Whether I wanted him or not, I could find him.
Yeah, but now see if you can find Mater. That'd be the next thing.
Do what?
Find Mater.
Oh no, that ain't happening.
Yeah, I know. So Bryce, I take it then that the problem has been the injectors all this time. I know you had the intake off the truck. There was stuff underneath there you were going to swap out. Of course, he did have the Hemi Whisperer with him. Mongrel. Bryce, here's an easy solution for that noise. Turn the radio up louder. You won't hear that noise.
Oh yeah.
Bryce, do you know anybody that's a transmission person?
Oh.
I could get a hold of my stepbrother Michael, because he could tell you.
I need to get could always ask Kenny because he's always using his scan tools. Yeah, on my 97 Dodge truck with the 46 RE. I talked to one place and I was looking at about $600 or $700 for them to do diagnostics on the truck as far as just on the transmission alone. And my question is, Harbor Freight, they've got a scanner and everything. $400. I'm wondering, would it be worth for me to spend that $400 to hook up to the truck and figure out exactly what is wrong, why it won't shift from first into second, or say to hell with it, let a transmission shop deal with it. No, I'm not going to go AMCO. I don't even think there's any of those even around here.
I hadn't heard of Amco in forever.
Yeah. Well, Bryce, can you get a hold of him and see if he can, if he's got time to pop in the chat? Okay, see, that's what I was thinking years ago because I did the YouTube research on it. And I'm saying there's 3 solenoids that's up inside there. And I wound up changing all 3 of them. I ordered all 3 of them off of eBay. Because I wasn't doing Amazon at the time. I don't even know if Amazon was around. It might have, not as popular as it is now.
Yeah.
Price. And so anyways, the solenoids I wound up getting, they were not the knockoffs or anything like that. I got Borg Warner. Okay. Now, yeah, I could have gotten one of them could have been bad from the get go, but I actually ordered Borg Warner solenoids to go up inside the transmission. Hooked them all up and put it all back together, put a new filter in there, pan, and build up with transmission fluid. They're all right. Take truck down to Murphy's, which is like 4 blocks away. It still didn't want to shift out of first gear. And so now here's the dilemma. Like I said, years ago, I was going down to Texas Renaissance Festival, and there's a town about 100 miles south of here. So I'm going down the highway doing 75, 80, and all of a sudden, just traffic just comes to a complete stop. And we're talking about both lanes going southbound. Okay, so we're at a dead stop. Seeing flashing lights and everything up ahead, and okay, fine. We're not going anywhere. And everybody is cutting through the grass getting over to the service road. So I did the exact same thing. And then all of a sudden, that's when it started acting up. It's like, what the hell's going on? I didn't want to shift out of first gear going down the service road. Luckily, half a mile up the road was a truck stop. I pulled in there, called a friend of mine, and he knows Chrysler. And he says, check the wiring. I wound up checking the wiring. I said, everything appears to be okay. Everything's hooked up. I don't see anything pop loose or anything like that. Got back in the truck. It was running fine. Then got down to TRF. Did everything there, no problem. And then had to make a run to get something. It started doing the same thing. Then all of a sudden it cleared up. And then coming back, everything was fine. We got to the 4-way stop sign, took off and everything. Did not want to shift out of first gear. And I drove that thing, like, oh man. Turned around, went right back to the gas station. I checked everything again. Left there. It didn't want to shift. Drove back. Called my mom. She got a hold of a wrecker service. It was about $600 for him to come all the way from here and this, all the way down to where I was, the flatbed, put the truck up on the flatbed, and drive it back.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that's when I did the research into it and find out about those the 3 shift solenoids in the transmission. Okay, fine. Brought up any truck, dropped the pan, dropped the filter. There's those. Pulled them out. Put the new ones all in. Hooked everything up. And doing the same thing. Basically, everything I did didn't change a damn thing. So I was like, yeah. So I just parked the truck. Said, the hell with it. And like I said, that was over 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had the bike, had my car. It was like, I'll mess with the truck later. Never got around to it. And then one day I had that privacy fence that I put up. Had some boards on it that need to get replaced because they busted loose. Got more out there I need to go fix. But it's like, couldn't get to the very top because 8 foot tall. So the hell with it. I just backed the truck up over there too, put the tailgate down, got up in the bed of the truck. Okay, fine, I can get to it. That's when I noticed I had transmission fluid leak. But okay, probably busted a line somewhere. Drove the truck in the back, parked it, and what? Last year, I finally got around to figuring out, oh, there's the problem right there. The damn transmission cooler line popped off. Ordered, of course, this is when I was still out of work. So I had to wait till I had the funds to order the correct fuel, transmission cooler line. Got that put on there, put fluid in it, started it right up, had to put a new battery in there because the old one was shot. Drove around to where it's at right now.
Yeah, and the city was looking through the fence at that one to see if they could tag us on that.
Yeah. So they're wanting to see about getting me on the truck that's in the backyard. So that's why I've been working on trying to get everything moved out from behind the truck so I can get it back out.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
I would love it if it was legal and we knew it would drive. I would take that to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know. But right now, without knowing everything that's going on with the truck, I wouldn't.
I know. I know. That's why I said I would love it if it was, but it's not.
I know. I mean, hell, I drove that thing down to Galveston and back for my first cruise. I drove that thing down to TRF a couple of times. Of course, at the time, I was driving it. Yeah, not a problem. But it's like, I need something that's a little bit more economical. And, I was just driving around. I forget where I was. I was working there at Kohl's, I think. I forget where it is. I might be able to. Now, got one other option on that, Bryce. Take out the automatic, put me a standard in there. That way, I'm going to be the only one driving it.
Jerk.
Hey, I wouldn't have to worry about transmission cooler or anything like that.
Yeah, but you would deliberately be cutting me off of an easy mode of transportation. Because me getting in and out of a truck is a lot easier than me getting in and out of your car.
Yeah.
Even when I play Passenger Princess.
Yeah, well, Robert, we don't have that many transmission shops here in this area. I think we got about 2. And one of them is one I've dealt with before. And I know my mom's car, there was a problem with it. And it was like, I think it cost about $400 for her to get it fixed. And it was like a couple of days because there was a part that was very common to go out. And it was right there on top of the transmission. So, yeah, we already know what the problem is. It's something that they've had problems with. Got the new part in, put it in. Okay, you're ready to go. But anyways, I do know that one day I was driving, and that's when I saw the Caliber sitting in the used car lot. Went over there, talked to them about it, worked out a deal, and got it. Yeah, like I said, there's racing transmission shops. Not anywhere near me. Probably up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Try squeezing yourself into a tiny Toyota car.
I used to own a Toyota Camry and a 99 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one car I would love to see Crystal try to get into.
I am not stepping anywhere near a Fiat or a smart car.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
What?
I was thinking of MG Midget.
No.
No, I haven't, Bryce. Now, Steven, it's weird you mentioned that. I actually had someone offer to give me one of those.
What?
The BMW Isetta.
Okay, that's one I don't even know.
That's the one where you go up to the very front of it, turn the handle, and the whole thing opens up in the front. You step inside, and you literally shut the whole front end of the car.
The Urkel car?
I don't know if it's an Urkel, but
No, Family Matters. There was a character called Steve Urkel. His car did that. In order for him to get in it, he opened the face of the car. Now, if it was an Isetta, I don't know, but it's still, you've got to be kidding me. That has forever been labeled by it being opening like that. They've been labeled the Urkel car with my generation. Oh, good Lord. No. I ain't getting in that one.
what's that?
I'm not getting in the Urkel car.
Hang on, I found a picture of one.
Yep.
That's a BMW Isetta.
Yep, that's exactly what he's talking about. That is the Urkel car.
Okay.
The only difference is his was all red, I believe.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I had someone when I was delivering pizza years ago up in Irving. I delivered the pizza to his house. They had that car. I was talking to them about it, and they said, "If you want, you can have it."
They had too many issues with it.
I don't know, but all I know is that, yeah, I would love. Those damn things are not cheap. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, I could have got it for free. There was only one thing keeping me from getting it.
You had no idea what the hell it was.
That too. But no, I'm saying there was only one thing keeping me from getting it at that time.
Had no way to pick it up.
Way of getting it home.
Ex-girlfriend.
Which one was that?
That would have been Yvonne.
Ah.
Yeah, she's the one that said, no, you're not bringing it home.
Yeah, see, I haven't ever told you no. I was like, okay, you want it, where are we putting it?
Yeah. I mean, if someone offers a vehicle to me for free, I know you sure in the hell wouldn't be turning me down on it.
Nope.
Oh, Bryce, I would have found a way. I had a trailer. I still got the same trailer I used for pulling a race car with. All I had to do was say, get on my phone, Dad, bring me the trailer with the truck. Yeah, that's true. Now, dancing, the one thing I was told when I took my motorcycle safety course is the guy said, when you're out there on a motorcycle, everybody in 4 wheels is a hired assassin out to kill you.
Yep. And I actually know people that they used to. They don't now because they played, let's see how fast we can get the motorcycle over in the ditch. They tracked him down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they tracked him 3 states away.
Oh,
This was in Oklahoma. They tracked him, not South Dakota, but 2 states to west. So you went up to South Dakota and then you went 2 states west. I forgot where it is now because he had moved there. He was coming back and visiting.
oh,
And you know, being a dumb drunk at the time.
Yeah.
Well, took him about 6 months. They tracked him down. He had a boat, like a Chrysler 88, that the big ones.
right.
He had 2 of those. He came out one morning. They were about a 8-foot block. They had been beaten up, reduced, smashed, everything. He didn't know it. They took it to junkyards, and they took them both to junkyards.
Oh,
Yes, and brought them back. Brought the blocks back, and unloaded the blocks. The only thing he got was a printed note: "Don't chase motorcycles."
yeah. And that's one thing you definitely don't want to do.
No, his the friend that knew him told me about it. I was like, okay, and he's like, you have no sympathy? I was like, no. I said, what he was driving? I said, that big boat, 12-foot boat. You know, if he had clipped the motorcycle, he could have killed that person.
Yep.
Him intentionally trying to run them off the road. And in Oklahoma at that time, the breakdown lane was gravel.
Oh,
Yeah, there was more gravel than actual road.
right. Well, see, here in Texas, if the way the law is written, if you intentionally hit a motorcycle with your vehicle,
that's attempted murder.
it's attempted murder, and you can be sent to prison for it.
Yeah. Well, and this was 1999, so yeah, the laws were different.
Well, I don't know if it was different then or now, or if it's stayed the same, but yeah.
Well, and also it was different from Texas to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that.
Right. Well, each state is different, but
yeah,
I know here in Texas, yeah, you can be arrested for attempted murder.
Yeah. And now he started riding motorcycles after that. He came down to visit, I think it's 2007, 2008. And I'd given the kids to my dad so he could have a little bit of time with them and I could just, go chill. I didn't see him. He rolled back behind me and I backed out, almost backed into him.
Ooh.
And I continued down the rest of the strip mall, pulled into the taco place. He rolled up. He come roaring up beside me, I looked at him and I was like, guess what? He goes, what? I said, ain't payback a yeah. Because how many people did you almost run off the road? He goes, I said, yeah, I apologize for not seeing you, but don't you ever come after me again. Haven't seen him since. Wonder why.
Yeah, Robert, you got motorcycles all over. I've still got mine. Now I'm waiting to hopefully get to see the doctor in the morning because I do have an 8:15 appointment with my primary doctor in the morning to hopefully get referred to a different orthopedic surgeon for them to look at my hand to see if there's anything that can be done or what should have been done to do the repair on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on almost 3 months and that joint still is not healed up. And I get a lot of pain in it. You can ask Crystal. She's actually hit my hand And I've gone, oh, because the way she hit that finger. And I should not be having that much pain in that finger still to this right now. I mean, hell, I broke my leg, my right leg, right above the ankle, okay? I've got a plate and 6 pins in there on the outer bone, and that little nub that sticks out on the inside. 2 screws had to be used to reattach that to the rest of the leg or the bone. And 6 weeks later, I'm back up walking. I don't have any pain. The only time I get pain, like when we get rain and everything, I feel it in that one spot. Oh, Robert, the most common trike round was one that people use a Volkswagen motor and transaxle.
Yep.
Hell, Elvis had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
That was your most common trikes around. Now, people have done others. I mean, hell, people were taking Harleys. Now, Harley actually had a trike, per se. It was called a service car. It wasn't a trike, but they did actually make one from the factory. But it wasn't a touring, bike. It was one for people to make deliveries, because in the back was like a little storage area, like for milk, or small, going to the store, and people get about maybe about 5 or 6 different orders for somebody and go deliver it. But people started taking, regular Harleys, and they started making the kit, they started doing their own 3-wheel version.
Yep.
Harley saw that, and they go, why the hell ain't we making it? So they started doing it in 2009, I believe. And now they got 3 models.
Yeah, I saw there's a homemade one on Facebook Marketplace here that's like $3,000.
Hey, there's Uncle Mark. There's one of our crazy Canadians.
Hi, Uncle Mark.
It's been a little while. Maybe he's finally thawed from that spring winter blast.
Yeah, you gonna hold it up on that one?
Where is Sarah Hyden? I have not seen hide or hair of her in at least 2 or 3 weeks.
She messaged me a while back asking when I was going to come back, and I told her, today or last Friday. So.
Yeah, you've got the spider. You've also got we've got the Can-Am spider.
Which I want.
She wants that. You got the slingshot, but that's actually powered by I think it was a 3-cylinder car engine, and you actually sit in it side by side like a regular car. The Can-Am spiders are nice. The only problem with them is that you don't have the stability in the rear end like you do on a regular 1 front, 2 rear.
Yeah, all the stability's in the front, so.
Yeah. But even that, you still don't have the stability like you do like a Harley trike.
Yeah.
Or a traditional one.
Yeah, the Harley and the Goldwing even though the Goldwing is.
Yeah. The Honda Goldwing, Honda does not even make a trike.
No, it's a model.
Those are all kits. You actually have to spend money. Now, I was looking, like, okay, fine. There's a Honda dealership that actually sells the conversions. And I was looking, went on the website and everything, looked at it, saw the price. I go, nope, Hell no.
How bad?
Starting price is like $62,000. Starting price
For the conversion kit?
with the conversion.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd go buy me a fully decked out Harley Tri-Glide, around 50,000.
Yeah.
I'm going, why would I want to spend $12,000 more for a Japanese bike when I can get an American-made one? It's got everything, 12,000 less.
And I know a website where I can pay $2 to $3 grand for a conversion kit that literally all you do is you back your Harley, your Honda, your Yamaha, Suzuki, whatever. You back it in between two other wheels.
Yep.
And there's just a couple of bolts you have to do.
Right. Now, that doesn't actually make it to a trike because you're still using the factory rear wheel to drive it. All you're basically doing is adding training wheels to the back end of the bike.
No. These are full-size tires.
I know, but what I'm saying is, basically that's what you're doing. You're adding training wheels to it. Yeah, and Robert, do you remember the very short, stout guy, dark-haired and mustache that was on that build?
Yeah, and Jesse James was not happy because he did not want to make a trike. He was trying his best to make a two-wheeled bike.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
They wound up making it and everything.
Yeah, they had no choice because of the weight.
Right. I've seen that episode.
So what about Shorty?
Talking about Robert?
No, that short man that you were saying was on the show.
Yeah, talking about Robert.
I didn't know his name.
I know his name because I know him personally because he's one of the guys from the Dallas Mopar Club.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And he was actually, when I was secretary, I think he was VP. Trying to remember his last name. He's still with the club too. Matter of fact, I just got through seeing that they're in October they're going to be doing the Labor Day, their normal the Mopar mini nats over in Rowlett. So, yeah, I'd like to see about. Definitely want to see about going there.
Okay.
Take some camera and do some video reporting. That would be fun. I hate the fact they moved from the park over in Garland and had to go all the way up to Rowlett now. To a church parking lot on hot pavement.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to draw back to that. And, of course, the boss shows up right here at the end.
At least she's a pretty boss and not quite so demanding today.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert, that I like watching Micro. He used to get into a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, it was bad. Some of them were just oof.
Yeah. Now I will admit that there is one bike.
Right, Uncle Mark.
Hey, Uncle Mark, maybe you might know. 97 Dodge, half ton, 318, the 46 RE. What would keep it from shifting out of first gear? I changed all three of the solenoids in the transmission. That's one thing that's still been puzzling. I've still haven't been able to figure out what the hell's going on with it. So I'm trying to get it back down on the ground and put more fluid in it so I can do another test drive. I don't know if I had something maybe clogged up in the damn valve body that when that uh, uh, line came off there, maybe that might have unclogged it. I don't know. Because I don't want to have to crawl back up underneath there and pull that pan off of there and check all that stuff. Because that's going to be at least 4 quarts of fluid I'm going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if Bryce is still here or not, or whether or not he was able to get a hold of Mongrel.
Oh, you like this, Layla?
And another person I still need to be able to get a hold of is I think it's John Cope from Cope Racing Transmissions.
No.
Because he's big with the No Name Nationals.
Okay.
Oh, I missed that one.
That's one I'm glad I missed.
I'm sending a message to Kenny right now. I sent that out to Kenny because, like I said, he's the one that Robert. They've been talking about that for years. I do know that they are going to be phasing them out. Because, like I said, they've got the what was it, next year? I think is when they're going to stop. They're stopping production once all blanks are run through.
don't know.
Yeah, I like Mythbusters. That was a fun one to watch.
Oh yeah, some of that was just downright hilarious
Yeah.
because the way they would set it up.
Oh, one of my favorite ones was easy way to clean out a cement truck that had cement already hardened inside of the.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah.
Do I want to know what they did?
They blew it up.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to deal with it.
I mean, they literally blew the hell out of the thing, and they were probably a mile or so away on top of the rim of a rock quarry, and it was sitting down way at the bottom, and all of a sudden you saw poof.
At one time was a water heater.
Oh yeah, when they sent the water heater from the basement through the roof of the house. They basically did the framework for a 2-story house, and the water heater was in the basement. It literally went through the first floor, the floor of the first floor, the floor of the second floor, and then through the roof of the attic.
I believe it.
But there was a lot they had to do in order to make it do that. I mean, they had to take the safety, all safety valves and everything off of it.
So, in other words, they just set it up however they could, which was pretty much what you have to do to get it to do that is not pay attention to what you're doing.
Yep.
And not follow instructions.
Oh, I mean, like I said, they took the blow-off valve off of it. They cranked the temperature all the way up beyond what it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 22 caliber bullet. Yeah. I remember that one.
I still like how they proved Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
They said he is buried. Somebody said he is buried underneath the streets of Chicago.
Nobody knows. They've never been able to prove where Jimmy Hoffa's remains.
Yeah, they can't find him.
There's been rumors that he's buried in the end zone of MetLife Stadium.
Yeah. But what Mythbusters did about Jimmy Hoffa, they took a pig because that's it, and chimpanzees are biologically close to what a human would be.
Right.
Yeah.
So they took a pig, dug up the concrete outside their studio, buried it, and then they filmed like 6 months later. It was still there when people were saying that, it showed some decomposition, but not what they were expecting for, and they were able to calculate all the stuff for it.
Well, the main reason on that is the fact is that the body, the body's not going to decompose. So the fact is there's no oxygen.
Yep.
That's just like how they can find mummies still with skin on it. Because they're in such a dry, atmosphere that there's no regular oxygen there. But it's so dry, they're basically just getting dehydrated.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that one. And do not give Ernie any ideas.
Another episode I remember was the big jawbreaker in the microwave.
Oh, good Lord.
Anything, but then after a while it was out, it exploded.
Yep.
And the person ended up getting burnt.
Yeah.
What about where they had the two big rigs hit each other head on to try and get them to fuse together?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, but that was a good show to watch. I enjoyed watching that. I hated the fact that they stopped, but it's the fact is that I mean they were doing it for how many years?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now the one thing I will admit I do hate is that the blonde that was on there, she got killed while doing something else. That's why they had to, when she got killed and everything, they had to find someone to replace her.
Yeah.
Another show that I liked was Orange County Chopper.
Yep.
The making of custom bikes.
I like that, but the way the father on there treated the boys was not something that I could deal with. I couldn't watch that because I had a couple of uncles that were that way.
Yeah.
And if I flat out, if I wanted to listen to abuse, I would go over to that uncle's house.
Now, one thing I've heard about is that the bikes themselves were not that good quality. There was a lot of them that were junk, basically.
Yeah, they were on a time limit. They could only make them. They only had like a month or so to actually make the bikes. I'm not sure on the timeline, but I know it wasn't what they would normally use.
I liked it when Jesse James was making bikes.
He still does.
Oh yeah, I know.
You're just paying out the wazoo for it.
True. Oh yeah, I liked Pawn Stars. I liked what's the other guy? That did all the bikes and the cars and stuff like that.
Oh, and a hot rod shop with
but he got his own start because of Pawn Stars. Well, there was American Restoration. I liked watching that show. That was actually a spinoff of Pawn Stars also. No, the original guy didn't die. It was he might have, but I do know that the blonde that was in the first few seasons, he got killed in a wreck while testing, I think, out at Bonneville. Danny Coker. Coker was it Coker's Restoration, something like that. But yeah, I mean, he started his own show because of being connected with Pawn Stars.
Yeah, see, I don't even know about that one at all.
He's the one that did the restoration of the old man's car.
Mm.
Yeah, American Restoration, that was another, one to watch because the Pawn Stars actually get something, they contact him to get it restored, and all of a sudden he's got it on the show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him to restore it, and he's like, I'm putting this on my show. They're like, yeah, okay.
No, he got his show started because of that.
I know, but once his show got started, he was telling him, I'll restore it, but I'm putting this on my show.
Yeah, Chip Foose. I like watching Chip Foose and everything.
Okay, I have Guard Kitty.
right.
And she
Tell
gave
my-
me dirty looks because she came in and looked where I have all the hats and the yarn, and she couldn't figure out if it was safe for her to jump up there.
Now, which one, Baby Girl or Smudge?
The original.
Oh, Baby Girl.
No.
Oh, Smudge. All right.
Smudge is the original guard kitty.
All right.
She's a pain in the patootsky.
You finally decided to come out from underneath the Cobalt
Yep.
tool cart. She's been late. We got that tool cart and everything. Never been using it for what we've got it for, except for storage right now. And it's right there by where the water and food tubes are for. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Jesse Combs. Yeah, that's the blonde that died in the crash out there at Bonneville.
Well, you know how to sit up there. Don't look at me like that. She went to groom herself and she about tripped and fell.
Well, it's already after 8 o'clock. Need to get things shut down here, and that way I can get the trash and everything done tonight. Get it put out. That way I get the can empty so I can start refilling it with more junk off the trailer. That way the city can't say shit about it. Arnie, you get any final words?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll probably be live tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Well, I appreciate, she got out quick. I appreciate everybody's coming in for the chat and everything. And appreciate having Arnie here. Of course, Crystal's always, fun to have around. And so go check out Arnie tomorrow night. And I'll be back Wednesday, and I'll give a, yeah.
Bye, Crystal.
Yeah. So give everybody an update and everything what the doctor had to say Wednesday. So until next time, y'all stay safe. God bless, and y'all have a good night.